All right, so continuing on with our 3.4b worksheet, I've worked out number 6 for you as well, okay? So we see up here, number 6 says, prove that if 5 times x minus 3 plus 3 is equal to 2 plus 2 times x minus 1, then x equals 4. Okay, so this time they didn't give you the statements or the reasons. You had to do all the work on your own. Okay, so starting out, we always know what our first statement is. That's going to be the thing between the if and the comma. This is going to be our hypothesis or our given statement. So we'll take this thing and we'll put it down here. This is our first statement. We also will always know what our first reason is going to be. Our first reason is always going to be given to us because it is given to us. And we're also going to always know what our last statement is going to be, okay? So this last statement is going to be between the then and the period. This is our conclusion or our prove statement because we are trying to prove it. So we'll take x equals 4 and we can put it all the way down here. So now we got to fill in all the stuff in between, okay? So if we know that we're starting out with this great big equation and we need to eventually get down to solving for x, you're just going to work it out like you're trying to solve for x, like you normally would. Okay, so starting out here, I've got 5 times x minus 3 in parentheses, and then on the other side, I've got 2 times x minus 1 in parentheses. So it makes sense for me to distribute 5 to x and negative 3 and distribute 2 to x and negative 1 so that when I do that, I'll get 5x minus 15 plus 3 equals 2 plus 2x minus 2. So to get from this statement, my first statement, to my second statement, I had to use the distributive property. Okay, so now I'm going to keep on going. So I have negative 15 and 3 on one side. Combine them and I get negative 12. I have 2 and negative 2. Combine them and they'll actually go to 0, so I don't need them anymore. So to go from your second to your third statement, you had to combine like terms. Remember, combining like terms is only going to be applicable when we are combining things that are on the same side of the equal sign. Okay? So now from 5x minus 12 equals 2x, okay? I need to get all of my x's on one side, so I could subtract 5x from both sides. So now I'll get negative 12 equals negative 3x. So again, since I subtracted 5x from both sides, I was using subtraction property to get from my third to my fourth statement. Okay, so now I need to get my x alone. So I'm going to divide both sides by negative 3. So I'll get 4 equals x. And to go from my fourth to my fifth statement, I use division property because I divided both sides by the same thing, negative 3. And so now to go from 4 equals x to x equals 4, again, remember, if A equals B, then B equals A. That's the symmetric property. So that's how I was able to go from this first statement down here.